babes, jumping right into the video. Y'all know how we do. I am teaming up with a company, of course, called OMGQueen.com. Definitely make sure to check out my description box so you can get all of the details. Of course, straight out of the gate, I did not want to style this like on my head because it is a kinky straight unit, and typically it's really hard to not miss every single kink. So to ensure that that doesn't happen, I'm going to go ahead and take some of my Kimber flat iron spray to briefly go throughout the hair. I'm using this as like an agent to kind of act as like a hairspray to help hold that hair as straight as possible, to be of course humidity resistant and all that good stuff. So I'm just taking that, spraying it, and then going through with a paddle brush to make sure that it hits every single strand. Then of course y'all know I have been using my handy dandy FHI flat iron for like the past 3 years, y'all. Shout out to FHI. And this is my 2-inch flat iron. I'm just taking that throughout all of the hair, and I was really amazed at the construction of the wig. You guys are gonna see that like in another clip in the future, but for now, like, I was really impressed. And you guys can see where they have the elastic band and the U-part area. That's just so that you're able to try on the unit, make sure that you like it, the hair is coming in the correct color, the style, the length, all that good stuff before committing to actually cutting that off and applying it to yourself, because of course you want to be within the bounds of their return policy in the event that anything goes wrong. But as you guys can see, it's straightening like a freaking dream. And already, I can tell that this hair was not like chemically treated in terms of, you know, trying to get it a darker black or brown or anything like that. It has many different hues. You guys can see the texture in this freaking hair. Of course, it was like chemically treated to be kinky straight, but what I mean is it's not color treated at all. You guys can see the kinks there and how beautifully it presses out, y'all. Look at that. And this is before I even like apply any types of oils or silk products. Literally just my Kimber flat iron spray and straight heat. That's it. I do have my flat iron on 420 degrees, and that's just because I really wanted to make sure that I did maximize the amount of heat. Obviously this is not my hair, hence the purpose of this wig. If you do have a silkier texture, by all means check out their site and get like a silkier texture, something that's going to match your hair. But if y'all know, if you are not new here, then y'all know I do have a kinkier, coarse textured hair, which actually matches his hair really well. So I was excited about that, because now I'm like, okay, I'll have a U-part, you know, on my off days when I don't really want to wear wigs. And once my hair gets a little bit longer, this will feel even more comfortable to just kind of throw on, take off, and go about my business. And so yeah, I thought that this was super perfect and convenient, like right on time for me. And so of course I'm just going to continue to go throughout all the hair. Once I've gotten that pretty much completed, I am taking some of my Bio Silk. Actually no, I think this was my Paul Mitchell. Anyway, light oil, whatever is your favorite, use it. Go ahead and smooth that throughout the hair. You guys can see there are no flyaways. There weren't even really many flyaways at the jump. And so that's what lets me know, like, this unit was beautifully created. The density is a 150. I did go ahead and lightly trim up the ends, as you guys can see, just because I don't really care for the straggly end look. I prefer a more blunt, uniform cut that looks like, okay, this could potentially be her hair, but I don't know. I ain't gonna really ask her. I'm gonna just mind my business. That was the vibes I was going for. And so, of course, y'all know, for my hair, I like to keep it simple. I went ahead and did 2 little pigtails down the side of my head, and of course I'm going to crisscross those in the back. You guys can see, like I said, all of the details will be in the description box, just showing you a couple of goodies that come inside of the actual box. I don't really know why you would need like a wig cap, but I mean, hey, you can never have too many wig caps, so I'm appreciative of that. You guys can see I already have my leave out parted out, literally 1 inch across, and probably about 2 inches going towards the back or the center of my head. And then I'm going to go ahead and just pretty much stick the combs in around my U-part area so that I can lay it down. But what I did not like is the fact that this happens with every single company. There should be a clip, just like the clips on the side, that are similar to like the clip-in type of clips, not just a comb, but actual clip that snaps. That should be on the very tip of that U-part. Whenever I create my U-parts for clients, that's the way that I set it up, and it literally does not move. You don't have to worry about that one end kind of sticking out a little bit. Now, to be honest, it ended up laying pretty flat, so I was definitely excited about it, but I'm just putting it out there so that you know, I'm saying you, by you I mean the company, but also you guys, so that you are aware when you buy this unit that, okay, you might want to install an additional clip, and if not, you can still get away with it as is. It does come with an adjustable band in the back so that you can fit it as snug as you want to. There is another comb at the very base of it, and then of course the 2 clamps on the side closer to like your temple ear area. And so if your hair is longer than mine is, y'all know I did the big chop in March, and so we're about where we kind of started, right? Except now we're much healthier. Yeah, so what I'm basically saying is if your hair is a little bit longer than mine, you probably can get away with just blowing out your hair, going through it lightly, smoothing it down, and just going. But for me, I did have to apply a little bit of that Paul Mitchell oil or silk serum. I did also apply a little bit of that Kenra flat iron spray just to really make sure that my hair laid down and that it was flat and kind of ready to go. And so here, you guys can see I'm just kind of adjusting the U part because, of course, I wanted to get it as close to my natural hair part space as possible. You don't want any like strange gaps or anything like that. And so I have my flat iron now turned down to, I believe, as low as it could potentially get, because obviously it was just super hot while I was going through that processing or straightening the hair beforehand. So I didn't want to burn out my own hair. Y'all know how I feel about that. I also added some of the Chi and the Mizani thermal spray, a little bit of the heat protectant. Like, y'all, I used a lot on my hair. But I didn't want to overkill because I didn't want it to be too oily, so I strategically mixed the products together. So definitely make sure to do that. You do not have to have your flat iron turned all the way up for this, especially because it's a kinky straight type of look anyway. So the more texture, the better, in my opinion. And you guys can see, like, it's literally blending with my hair like a dream. Like I said, I definitely wish like the ends or the very tips of my hair were a little bit more moisturized. That's literally just dependent upon your conditioning treatment. But yeah, so for me, that would be my only qualm. But other than that, you guys, look how like literally sleek and flat everything is laying. I did go back and take a little bit more oil just to kind of get it together, okay? And this is where I decided I actually wanted to go ahead and cut a few layers in the hair, because what I realized is I'm okay with where my hair stops. Some people are going to get away with it, but for me, I just wanted to add a little bit of va-va-voom. And whenever I do the kinky straight hair, I absolutely need some curls. Like, first of all, kinky straight hair definitely holds a curl. It's very similar to my natural hair. It's soft, it's vibrant. Like, for me, it's my go-to. It may not be everybody's favorite, but it's definitely mine for sure. And you guys can see I followed the layers of my natural leave-out area just to go ahead and give me a little bit of something in the front, nothing too crazy. What I ended up deciding, as you know, as opposed to me just curling like the beginning parts of the hair or just the front to frame my face, I wanted to go ahead and throw curls in it all over. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do now. Literally threw these curls in there probably in 5 minutes or less. Like, seriously, you guys can see I'm literally just like running it through, keeping it going, and having that motion continue. So at this point, you guys should have pretty much got this down pat, right? You guys know you can absolutely just pull your hair in a ponytail if you don't want to do the braids or twists or anything like that. Apply that U part, go ahead and style it up, and you are good. So comment down below, what is your favorite texture in hair? This is Brazilian, 150% density. And I believe this is a 20 inch, either 18 or a 20 inch. I'm pretty sure it's an 18 inch though. Anyway, the details will be listed down in the description box, y'all. Y'all know how I get. Don't quote me, all right? But this unit is really nicely priced at about $159 is where it's starting. Obviously, the longer that you decide to select, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. To me, it's definitely reasonable, because if you guys thought wigs last forever, U parts last forever, especially because you don't really wear them as much. You don't really have to do too much manipulation to it. There's no lace on it. So it's just a matter of you maintaining the hair, finding a good quality grade of hair, and kind of just taking it from there. All that rhymes. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications. Make sure that you are following me on Instagram. I love you guys so much. Stay pretty. Let me know your highlights. Let me know how you feeling about this, because right now I'm feeling myself. Okay? Anyway, Bye, babies. I'll talk to y'all later.